Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. Well, it's January, and what better time than to listen to a new recording of Handel's Messiah? I never listen to Messiah either at Christmas or Easter, where it's more properly positioned, actually, because I don't care about either holiday, but I love the music, and I think the music makes just as fine an impression if you listen to it in July, which is probably when I often do. I actually don't have to wait very long because, I have my favorite versions, but something new is always coming, right? So whenever it pops up, that's when I listen to it. Now, this was released, of course, in the fall of last year, I think, or about there. Let's see, who does this feature? Oh, yeah, that's why I'm doing this. It had Lucy Crowe as Lucy Crowe, soprano, Alex Potter, countertenor, tolerable. Michael Spyres, a very good tenor. Matthew Brook, bass. The English Concert and Choir under John Nelson. Now, John Nelson, if some of you may not know, is an American conductor. He was the conductor in Indianapolis for a while, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere out west, so in the Midwest. Really a fine conductor. He cut his teeth working with Peter Schickele. So to say, I read reviews of this. They said, oh, well, he works with the English Concert, and he hasn't really done that much with period instruments. It's like, who gives a damn? Like, to be a conductor? Conductors are modern. All conductors are modern. What does it matter whether they're period instruments or not period instruments? If they can count and play in time, then you're in business. And not only that, but Nelson had the best possible training because he worked with Peter Schickele and conducted the orchestra on those PDQ Bach concerts way back. He's about 80 now, 80-something now. He's waited a long time to do the Messiah. But, so heaven knows, he certainly knows Baroque music, and better than that, he knows Baroque pastiche, which, of course, is exactly what today's period instrument movement is. It's PDQ Bach and scholarly drag. So he's just the guy to do Messiah, and he does a wonderful job with it. Really, it's a brilliant, exciting performance with wonderful choral singing, and he gets the drama in the piece, and he's not afraid to bring it out. And really, the reason I got this, frankly, between you and me, was because of Lucy Crowe. Lucy Crowe is such a wonderful singer, and she made a recording of Handel in Italy called Il Caro Sassone, or whatever, the dear Saxon guy, that has the first aria from Handel's oratorio La Resurrezione, or whatever that thing, which it's Diseratevi, Al Porto d'Averno, or open the doors to the gates of hell, is what it is. And she just blasts through that. I fell in love. What she can do with one breath is just, and you hear it here. Oh my goodness, does she sing? The wonderful thing about this, let's be detailed. You get a nice little box, and you get 3 CDs. Here they are. And one of which is a DVD that gives you a complete concert performance. This was recorded live at Coventry Cathedral, which is where Britain's War Requiem was premiered, remember, which means it's really not a very good acoustic, but they managed to make it sound good this time. Remember that Nelson did a Berlioz Requiem that was completely destroyed by the horrible acoustic in which it was recorded. It's such a pity. But anyway, you get the DVD, and not only do you get all of Messiah, where he makes a selection from all of the various versions throughout history, which I'm not going to go into in detail because it will drive you crazy, and it will drive me crazy. But disc 1 is 84 minutes, and disc 2 is 83 minutes, but you get 8 alternative arias, which is really fascinating. And I'm going to tell you what those are because it's really interesting. You get But Who May Abide the Day of His Coming in the bass version of 1741, and then the Arioso, But Lo, the Angel of the Lord Came Upon Them for soprano, and then Rejoice Greatly, O Daughter of Zion. Rejoice great every time Handel's rejoicing, you have a good time, don't you? And Lucy Crowe sings that. Then you get 2 more versions of Thou Art Gone Up on High, one from 1741 and one from 1743. Tovey was very funny about Thou Art Gone Up on High. He referred to it as Messiah's dullest aria, of which Handel made 6 versions, each of which is as dull as the other one. Love the guy. Then we got two versions of How Beautiful Are the Feet. I mean, how much can you sing about feet? But Handel did in 1741 and 1750, in addition to the one that's in here. Right? How beautiful are the feet? And let's see. Their sound is gone out into all lands. From 1743, the tenor version. Wow. It's just a wonderful selection. So you can do Gardner did something similar, I believe, and you can mix and match the version that you want. But I like it the way Nelson picked it because it works very well in the dramatic frame of the whole. And he's not afraid to dramatize. I mean, the recitatives have atmosphere and color, and the singers are allowed some operatic, stuff, and they get to ornament like crazy in places. I mean, behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Yeah, it's got darkness and it's covering the earth. And, it's wonderful. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Like I said, rejoices greatly. His yoke is easy and his burden is light, easy and light. And best of all, he was despised for countertenor. In this case, I prefer female voices, as you know, because Handel seldom used countertenors. Actually, he used women. Good old-fashioned women. Yeah. But he was despised. It only lasts 10 minutes and 36 seconds. Although for dramatic purposes, Nelson will slow down when he wants to. The tempi are usually rather fleet, in keeping with good modern performance practice. And I am all for that because the thing is 84 minutes plus 83 minutes. It's a good 2.5 hours of music, not counting the extra 8 arias. And I really, really enjoyed the arc of this performance. It flows really, really nicely. And he was despised. It doesn't make you want to kill yourself. And for all of those reasons, I think this is really splendid. And I congratulate Maestro Nelson, who in his latter years finally got a chance to do this because he's so good in this music. He really is. He just gets it. He's a very musical guy. And he's not afraid to rough it up a little where it needs a little roughing, and to make a few points of emphasis without ever being tasteless or vulgar or exceptional. And I could go down number by number, but you'll hear it yourself. If you're looking for a nice new recording of the Messiah, or Messiah without as the snobs would say, give this a shot. It's so well sung and so well played and so well conducted. It's as good as anything out there. I mean, there are just a zillion great messiahs now, but this certainly stands up there with the best of them, I think. I really do. And you get the bonus DVD of the whole performance in concert if you want to see it. So you can actually treat yourself to that. If you consider watching it a treat, I would prefer to listen. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.